Hello and welcome to my channel, Jalasan Tarot. My name is Kimberly and I'm really excited for you all to be here today because we are talking about something a little bit more fun. Who is the one for you? Who is the future or current spouse? Now, I wanted to keep it open because some of you might not even believe in marriage. So again, we're just the idea of the person, the one that you are meant to end up with. Okay. But I am going to be referring to future or current spouse as well, just because that's the language I'll be using in this reading. So we got a lot to cover today. I want to get as many details as possible. For each pile, we are going to be doing a plethora of oracles right out the gate. I actually just finished channeling the oracle messages for each of the piles, and it took quite a while, but I really wanted to make sure that my channeling and the messages and the right cards were coming out for each pile. So I'm really excited to see what's going on. Who is this person? Who is the person for you? So we, of course, are also going to get into the tarot, and then we're just going to end with some advice. Okay, so that's kind of the plan for today. And again, don't forget, everything is down in the description box if you're curious about what's going on with today's reading with the oracle and the tarot. So let's get into the pile selection. Today, for pile 1, we will be using the Celestial Tarot, if that matters to anyone. But we also have this very tiny heart. I believe it's Dalmatian Jasper. It's a blue Dalmatian Jasper heart. And of course, we cannot ignore let me just pick up the whole pile. We got so much going on today. The links came out for you. Card number 2, Secrets. Who is the one for you? So this is for pile 1. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little OCD, so I just want to make sure. And I don't use that term lightly. Okay. Pile 2, we are going to move on to pile 2. We are using the Stained Glass Tarot. And I have the brown apricot agate stone for you. And of course, the animal that we will be using or talking about for this reading is the beaver. And it says work. Card number 27. Okay. And for pile 3, we will be using the AstroMatrix Tarot. And I chose this really pretty, another Dalmatian Jasper, but this is more like a salt and pepper. Black and white Dalmatian Jasper. And of course, the animal. And again, this deck is called the Divine Animal Oracle, but we got the butterfly for you. And it says Tile Soul and the card number 28. Okay. Feel free to go straight to your reading. The timestamps are down below if you know exactly what is vibing with you right now. But if you need a moment, take a moment to pause. I'm going to review the piles quickly as well. So we have pile number 1 with the Celestial Tarot, the blue Dalmatian Jasper, and the Lynx. Hi, Moon. For pile number 2, we have the stained glass tarot, the brown apricot agate stone, and the beaver. And for pile 3, we will be using the AstroMatrix tarot. We have the Dalmatian jasper, the black and white Dalmatian jasper, and of course, the butterfly. Okay. Again, I'm excited. Who is the one for you? You may already know who that person is. You may not even have met this person. So we're going to find out like any qualities we can, what they're like, what your relationship might be like, who they are as a person, any detail that spirit wants to provide for us. So without further ado, I will meet you at your pile. Bye, everyone. Hello, and welcome to your reading, pile 1. There were so many types of ways you could select, but if you chose the links, card number 2, and it says secrets, or if you chose the blue jasper stone, the Dalmatian jasper, or the celestial tarot, which we'll be using soon, then this is your reading, pile 1. And I'm so excited to have you here. So we have a lot of oracles, so we're going to just kind of lay them all out and let's get into it. So the first card, of course, is the link. And again, I had to spread things kind of out on my desk so that to make sure that you guys could all see this. Our flower, and this is the blossoms of wisdom, is, crocus. Crocus? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Crocus. Youthful joy, cheerfulness. Beautiful. Crocus. Okay, time travelers. We have, purification. Card number 34, the Ganges River, India. Okay, using the ancient stones, we have weather the storms. Let it change you, embrace the unexpected. This is the true love oracle. And we have, I was like, oh my God. But I guess man boobs are okay. I don't know. The divine masculine, beautiful energy. Lion, Leo, we have what looks like an eagle. Lotus flowers, pyramids, sun, a lot going on with the divine masculine, of course. All right, we got the romance angels, past life relationship. Wow, this is all connecting. You might have this person that is the one for you. You and this person are definitely going to be having spiritual connection. Whatever that may mean to you. Okay, some people get very triggered by some terminology that's used, but you never know. It could be. We'll get into it. All right. Countryside. This is the place oracle. Rural beauty, peaceful retreat, simple living. Countryside. Okay. We have some extra space over here, which I like. Our final, this year. Fireworks at a beach. It's like the night. Reminds me of my neighborhood, to be honest, because I live right off the lake, and the beach is a couple of minutes in Chicago. All right, there was a lot of information about me, so we're getting to know each other, pile 1, because I already know a lot of who this person. Okay, let's spread it out a little bit, actually. So instead of kind of going in order, I'm just going to kind of feel the energy and whatever messages spirit is throwing at me, we're just going to talk about. Okay. So the first thing that I'm feeling, like I said, is the spiritual energy. I'm looking at links. Now, when I see the word secrets, and again, I was wondering if people would kind of be a little bit hesitant to choose this pile because of this word. It could be a little bit of a scary word, secrets, right? But I almost feel like you and this person, the person that is the one for you, you will be the two that are sharing secrets. I feel like you and this person are going to have that type of relationship where you will know exactly how this person is feeling, exactly how this person is thinking, and I feel like it's going to go both ways, where you might not even have to communicate all the time. The divine masculine energy came out. Okay, so this could be your divine counterpart, someone that is meant for you, like the perfect match for you as far as alignment goes. I also noticed the number 2, and this is if we're this is a number that could work for the major arcana. Number 2 is the high priestess. So again, that's the first thing I thought when I saw the number. So um the spiritual definitely came out. And then we got purification with 34, the Ganges River, India. And, this beautiful country, is very spiritual. And I do believe that, the waters could be healing, and that's the type of energy I'm getting, that this relationship or this, future spouse, like your how it's going to be. It's going to be very connected, very aligned. Um, and of course, the past life relationship card came out. You have known each other before. Now, again, some people get very triggered by, if I were to say twin flames, God forbid, listen, if that doesn't resonate with you, no need to get triggered. Just move on. If it doesn't fit for you, it doesn't fit. But this could be a twin flame. This could be a soulmate. This could, like, again, this is your divine counterpart. Whether you are female or masculine, in energy is different. You could be the divine feminine, but you could also be the man. So again, take energy as it fits. But the idea here is, I believe that this person is going to be in alignment with you. And I do feel like you both are going to bring out the divine in each other. Like the best versions of yourself you will be experiencing with this person, the person for you. Okay? Now, because this is such a spiritual connection, that doesn't mean it's going to be problem free. With the weather, the storms, I do feel like whether you know this person right now or if this is someone you haven't met yet, I do feel like there are going to be some challenges. But how could you avoid challenges? They're always going to come up. So, but Spirit chose this card for your reading. So I do feel like this is being emphasized maybe a little bit more. This might be a person that you work hard to make things peaceful. It might not be, or there might be other type of challenges that you and this person might have to face together. Like if you are in a marriage with this person, I also am getting the feeling, or a long-term partnership, whatever fits for you. I do feel like you and this person are going to be able to work together in perfect union to solve whatever the storm, whatever brings your way. And that's such a great, healthy, like, trait for you and this person to have. It really does provide a lot of that feeling of peace when you are able to face and weather the storm. I do sense that this is like, countryside that could fit, that might make sense for some of you, or I'm thinking of the suburbs. I live in Chicago, born and raised. I'm a city girl. I would never move to the suburbs, but no judgment of people that live in the suburbs. That's if I were to move, I'd go to Hawaii, or something, um but again, this might be what your goal is, to have that like Storybrooke. Suburbs are very beautiful, especially in Chicago. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Some of them are beautiful and peaceful. So that could be something that you and this person kind of cultivate if you haven't already. Like that home, like that picket fence, that red door. I'm seeing a red door, a white house, dark trim, beautiful nature surrounding you. Anyway, I'm just picking that up for the majority of you. That might be your type of lifestyle with this person. Now, I don't want to ignore this beautiful flower, and kind of sounds like crocodile, crocus, the kraken. And it's kind of reminding me of an animal that's kind of underwater, just because maybe of what it's reminding me of. So this, I feel like, is going to be very, it's spiritual, yes, but I also feel like this connection with the person for you, your future spouse, your future or current spouse, or again, whatever, the one for you. I do feel like you and this person are really going to care for each other. I feel really strong love. And again, it says youthful joy and cheerfulness. I'm feeling like that every day, like excited to wake up. And I do feel like the sun is going to shine in your house or home. In the window, I'm feeling that energy of rays coming in as you wake up with this person. Hi, Mama. Oh, it's Cloud. I just called Cloud Mama. Hi, honey. So, and it also says youthful. This could be someone that you've known for a while. Could be someone that you've known when you were young, in your youth. But that might not be for everyone. This could also be someone that brings out that youthful joy. It's fun to be around this energy. Like you two are going to feel good being around each other. I mean, even when challenges come up, you're going to want to face them together. That feeling of just operating with someone in perfect unison, kind of like, I just watched, because I'm thinking of a Pride of Lions, and the lynx again is cat family. So like I'm feeling like you and this person are going to have, like, if you and this person decide to have children, your little cubs, or not, you might not have children, or you might not want children. But either way, I do feel like you two are going to be very in your power. I don't know. It's feeling very, the lion is the king of the jungle. I'm a Leo, and I know how confident I could be, in some respects. So I feel like you and the person, the one for you, you two are going to have that confidence in your relationship. You are going to have that feeling of, power. Like when you might be the power couple, is the energy I'm sensing. Like you two will walk into the room and look at this lynx, like how gorgeous. And you can't ignore the beauty of a lion. I'm not gonna lie. I know, that energy of walking into the room and people just noticing you, and look at the eyes. This person might have or you, beautiful blue eyes, gray eyes, are just almond shape, like that gorgeous almond shape eye, even if you are a beautiful brown eyed babe. But something about the eyes, it could be your person, you, or both. I also feel like this person might, have beautiful hair or a beard or a goatee if it's a masculine. Um, Look at I also feel like, if your person is feminine, they might have like beautiful nails. Just because I'm looking at like the claws of this link, like those beautiful nails. Um, any energy. There is also a feminine presence down below, a female presence, staring up at this lynx, and I just like it just feels very spiritual. I also feel like this, if you've ever been to like a science museum and you like the electrical, you put your hands over like the ball of electricity and like your hair stands up. Like I feel like there's electricity vibrating through the energy of you and this person, and it's passion. Like, so I'm feeling the passion. Even this, look at these clouds. Like, it reminds me of weathering the storm. You and this person are going to take life like by the tail. I also feel like with passion, because even like the colors that are standing out, like in this purification card, we are looking at like the beautiful sunrise or sunset. It could be either one, but it's fire energy, and that's the energy I'm sensing with this card. Fire energy, water energy as well, just because this man is submerged in water, halfway, in that purification type of way. Um, and I do feel like you and this person might even share like that divine connection, meaning like you might meditate, this person might like to meditate. Like something about the spirit world, especially in this era that we are now living in 2025. That's when I'm recording this video. A lot of people are wakening up. A lot of people are woke and being more conscious and like understanding what it is to be the best version of themselves, to be in their divine. And I feel like you and this person share that connection, that spiritual like connection, like where you could talk about the woo-woo stuff. You might like reading tarot. Obviously, that is why you are here. You might be able to share that with this person. They might be like tuned in, to this world, to our world, pile one, if you know what I mean. So I really do think that's kind of the energy I'm sensing. Now, take this as it resonates this year. This could be literal, but it could also just be, you might meet this person this year, or this is the year that you might really start opening up your heart space to start allowing and manifesting for this person to come in. Or you might already be with this person and literally your wedding date is set. It could be anything like that, but it is very good sign. Look at the fireworks. Like that reminds me of a celebration. Like you and this person are going to celebrate life. You are going to enjoy life and all the things life have to offer. I'm also looking at like wine, the countryside. You and this person will travel. You and this person will see the world. You might even like wine tasting with this person. And again, take it as it resonates. Not everyone drinks, but even just touring beautiful places, like I could see this being the energy of you and your person taking a long train ride through the countryside, like doing adventurous type of trips, unique type of trips is what I'm sensing. Okay. Wow. Pile one. There was so many messages flying at me. I don't know if I got everything, but let me just take a moment as I start shuffling your tarot, because we're going to get into the tarot now. But wow, what a beautiful connection you and this person are going to have. You and your future spouse are really going to celebrate each other. I also feel like this person, the person that your current spouse, your future spouse, the one. I feel like they are wise. I'm sensing someone that knows how to communicate. But I also sense that you won't always have to verbally communicate with this person. So that could also mean the energy that I'm getting with communication could also mean that you just vibe with each other so well that you really don't even have to speak, which I wish I had. I've never had that in a relationship. Like, I don't want to talk. My job, I talk a lot. And then now that I started this channel, obviously I'm talking a lot, which is why thank you for understanding my random cough, though I am recovering from the flu. That being said, I don't know where I was going with that. The point is, we're going to get into the tarot. That's the point. Okay, pile 1. Let's see what else Spirit could say. We're just going to get 5. If we need to get clarifiers, we will. Or if we want to get extra details, we will. But let's see what Spirit says. Spirit, thank you so much for being here. This is the first time I am talking to you in this reading because, of course, I channeled these messages earlier with Spirit. But Spirit, thank you so much for these messages. Beautiful energy. What a beautiful connection pile 1 is going to have with their future spouse. So may I ask, Spirit? Wow, I'm so polite today. Maybe this person is polite. Maybe this person brings out that in you too. Like, I just feel like when the two of you do communicate, it's gonna be so respectful. I may have already cut the deck, but for some reason, Spirit is guiding me to do it again, and I go with the flow. Okay. Wow, what good energy, Spirit. Thank you so much for being here for pile 1. We are asking you if there's any other details that you could tell us of who this person is or what their relationship is going to be like, their future spouse, pile 1's future spouse or current spouse. And again, if this is resonating, let me know in the comments, especially if you already know who this person is that you are with. But if you don't know who this person is, let me know anyway that this resonated with you. Okay, Spirit, what other details? Who is power? Whoa, what is this? Okay, so we have the 9 of, I want to say wands. Yeah, this is upright. I haven't used this deck in a while, so but I'm pretty sure it's the 9 of wands. I might, but it came out with the page of, no. Yes, sorry. Because this is the swords, and it actually does look like a sword. Page of swords. Ooh, communication. Resilience over challenges. Wow. Okay, let's see. What else? Other details for it. Thank you so much. So we have the 8 of swords upright. Coming up over purification. Interesting. So this is the 2 of swords. A lot of mind energy. Sword energy coming out. And again, sword energy is Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Take it as it resonates. That might not mean that, your person has to be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, but it is the energy that I'm noticing. It can also be just the energy of the collective reading. Okay, let's get our last couple cards. Who is this person, Spirit? Who is the one? So we have the 2 of wands coming up. 2, 2. 2. Wow. A lot of 2s. 2s might resonate. You might see 2s. That might be a confirmation when this person is coming closer to you if you don't know who this person is. Or if you and this person are ready to make that next step in your relationship. That might be like synchronicities that you might see. All right, let's get our last card, Spirit. Who is this person? The one for pile 1. Oh, it didn't quite want to make it out, so we're going to keep going. This person. Who What is pile one's future spouse? Queen of Swords. Wow, a lot of swords energy. And again, this could also be that you and this person are very intellectually and communicators. Like I do feel like the communication is definitely going to be, wow, another sword, 6 of swords. I wonder if you and this person are going to might be, like I said, going through some type of spiritual path. You might be facing this path together, with wanting to get out of your mind energy, because this is a lot of swords. And I do feel like there is going to be strong communication. You might also be overthinking with this person at first, with the 8 of swords, which feels like trapped energy, like mind, like when you're just in a loop of, and it's most times negative loop, even if you're thinking positively about this person, anything in excess is not good. So be mindful of how much you think of this person. But that also could mean like you and this person just have a really great way of communicating. And I do feel like at the beginning stages, with this person, like you might, again, get lost into deep conversations. And it could be about spiritualism. I do feel like this person is very direct, very logical. I do feel like this person is confident. I feel like they are very in their power, in their divine, with this Queen of Swords energy coming up. I really do feel like they think of you as a queen. I mean, a queen came out. Or a king, again, take feminine, masculine. It could go either way. But what I mean is like you are their counterpart in the sense where they view you at a high level. They put you at a high level and they are matching that energy. I do feel like with the 2 of swords coming up is, and again, this could be stuck energy. So if there's been delays or if you're wondering what the delay is, this simply could be also this person and you, really in that moment of having that decision not be clear when you meet this person. You might not know if this person is the one right away. You might have more than one option, pile one, when it comes to when you're at that point, you might have a hard time deciding about this person or not. It could go both ways. I also am feeling the energy though with the 2 of wands coming right up is, your intuition or this person's intuition really is taking over. And I do feel like this person is going to know that you are the one, though it might, there might be a conflict with choice. Take it as it resonates. Now, I also feel, let's go to the 9 of wands with the page of swords. So this is really solid energy. Like I do feel like, and I am, with weathering the storm coming out, this could also mean like, in a lot of this sword energy, the 2 of swords, which is stuck energy, 8 of swords, this could be a person that you really went through the ringer with, and both of you survived, and you got to the end, or you will get there. If this is a reading about the one for you, I do feel like you and this person are going to get there. Even if there are challenges at first, you might have to leave things behind. We have 6 of swords energy. This could also be past energy that you and this person, when you first meet, are moving on from. Let's get some clarifiers and let's get some more details. So, Spirit, why is the 8 of swords here? What detail could you tell us about who is the one or who is the future or current spouse for pile 1? Why is the 8 of swords here? The star, okay. Like I was feeling, this could be hyper focusing on this person. That energy of like, even when it's good and you have really good thoughts, And again, this could also be the person's thinking. I'm getting multiple messages right now. So let me kind of look at Queen of Wands at the bottom. Beautiful. And we're going to get more clarifiers, but let's talk about this for a second. So I do feel like either you or this person, especially before, you know, you are making that the commitment, you know, the spouse, the marriage, before you get there, I do feel like this or you, person or you are going to really be in your mind about each other. Almost like obsessive energy. So to go back to, you know, if this is a spiritual connection, that could be a twin flame type of energy, you know, like where you had to go through the spiritual awakening, walk away, separation, all of that. Like that could be this. But again, if that triggers you, then obviously those are not your messages. So please move on from that. But if that resonates for some of you, that could be the energy. I also feel like this person sees you as the star. Like both of you are fulfilling a wish come true with this connection, with the star coming up. Like that's such beautiful energy. It's major arcana. It is card number 17. It's Aquarius energy. And I do feel like with the Queen of Wands popping up at the bottom with this last shuffle, this person might be very attractive. They may view you as attractive. Again, if we're looking at you two as a power couple, both of you might be pretty passionate about each other. We felt some passionate energy earlier. But I do feel like at one point in your relationship, excuse me, the both of you are going to be in like addictive energy. And it's going to be like, is this my person? That could be for some of you, you know, before this gets to that point of marriage. It might be a little tricky at first, you know, especially with all this, you know, thoughts and thinking. Now, if this is a spiritual connection, this could also be a shared kind of journey. Okay, so why is the Two of Swords here? What is this? What is this stuck energy? What is this Two of Swords here, Spirit? Who is this person? What could you tell us? Ooh, so we have the 10 of Wands, overwhelm. This could be very scary to even, you know, this could feel very overwhelming. That's the energy I'm getting right away, which could be hard to make that decision. Is marriage, is this the person you're going to marry? Your person might feel that same energy, like, oh my God, that's kind of a big deal, marriage. Or even just feeling like that person is the one, your person, you know, like, is that person my person? Could feel overwhelmed, especially because they're stuck in their mind about you. And again, this could be mirroring. Okay. Anything else about the Two of Swords, Spirit? What is King of Pentacles? That's the offer. That's the commitment. That is the stability. So again, I feel like there's going to be a decision that needs to be made on their end or your end on the next step, the next stage. And it could create a lot of thoughts, could create a lot of that stress. You know, this person could really, really be in their mind. I found my star, my fulfillment, my wish come true, but it could still cause a lot of that layer of anxiety, you know, feeling trapped in your mind about it. Because like I said, you know, when you are hyper focusing, even with great thoughts, like the most beautiful thoughts about someone, if you're overdoing it, that could lead to some toxic vibrations within you. So if that could be the energy, this person, what's creating the overwhelmed feeling. But this person is coming out with that Pentacles energy. So this could be very solid energy. You and this person, the one for you, your future spouse, are going to have that commitment, obviously, because we're talking about who's the one, right? So there's already going to be a commitment. And I feel like this person and you are going to really make things work. Like, it's just like once you get through some of this energy, I feel like both of you are going to go through that purification, that feeling of peace when this connection kind of aligns. Spirit, why is, I want to know anything else? Maybe one more. So 9 of Wands and the Page of Swords. Any other detail about what's going on? Because I feel like that is what it is. Breaking through a lot of information, cutting through, slicing through the miscommunication, slicing through any challenge and getting to the other end of things. But I'm curious, like, what detail, is it just hyper focusing, or like, any detail about what challenge you and this person might face? Okay. So we have the 6 of Cups coming up in reverse. Interesting. So let's get one more. What challenge is this, right? Judgment. Ooh. Okay. Did this want to be reverse or not? It doesn't matter. The point is, so the energy that I'm getting with the clarifiers is, I do feel like this might be history with this person. Like the person for you, and again, the person for you, you and this person might have known each other or will know each other for a while. Like, you might feel, and again, this person or you could also be stuck on a past energy. I'm also picking that up too. Before you connect, like, it might be at first hard to let go of past energy. That could be what I'm sensing here with the challenge. The moon coming up in reverse. So I'm sensing that this person or you or both are going to make that judgment, like, when it comes to each other. So even if this is past energy, I feel like you and this person are going to come to a resolution with whatever energy that, with the past life coming up, 6 of Cups coming up, like, in reverse, like, you are both not going to want to ever let each other go. So if you've journeyed and you've been in a cycle, or you will be if you haven't met this person, and you might remember this reading a few years later, although this year came out, you might have to get through some of this energy in order to get to that divine alignment with this person. So that's kind of the energy I'm feeling. Again, nothing could be perfect, even though your future spouse, or it could be. I mean, it depends on what type of connection this is. But this is your future spouse. And regardless, I really do believe that this person is going to be your perfect match. Your divine counterpart. That's a perfect match for you. But it might be rocky, or you might be in your head a lot about it, or vice versa. But regardless, this choice will be made, because both of you know exactly, like, even with the 2 of Swords coming up, like, weighing the options, being stuck, I feel like both of you will make that choice, will go down the path toward each other. So that being said, do I want to do any more tarot before we get into the advice? I think we're gonna, you know what? Something is making me want to do one more, because I'm looking at the Queen of Swords and we saw the Queen of Wands. I'm curious, why is the Queen of Swords here, Spirit? Any other detail that we could glean of, like, pile one's future spouse before we get into, whoa. Okay. 2 cards came out and one fell upright, the Hermit, Major Arcana. This person might be the Hierophant. Commitment. Again, this is your person. obviously. But they might be, and I'm glad I pulled again, what's the Hanged Man in reverse? Okay. This person or you, but I feel like it might be this person. They are going to be a tough shell to crack. They might be one of those challenges where you might flip flop, like, ugh. And you might have been through a cycle with this person, or you might be headed when you meet this person. If you haven't met this person yet, it might feel like it's hard to get this person to open up. They might be very introverted. I'm getting that energy, even with all the communication. They might feel comfortable and confident communicating with people one-on-one, which is why you and this person are really going to have that connection and be solid communicators. But I also feel like you and this person, like I said earlier, are going to have that, that type of communication where you don't even have to verbally say anything. And I do believe, because this person might be a big thinker, like this person is definitely going to be in their head a lot. Especially when it comes to, it feels like life stuff is the energy I'm getting too. But again, you are the star, and that's the healing energy that I'm sensing from this connection that you have with this person. And I do feel like this could be a soulmate too. But let's get into advice as we close out your reading. Wow. Whoa. We've been at it for a while. It didn't feel long at all. I'm going to be honest. But so many messages were like, so I hope this resonates. And Spirit, we're going to ask you for some advice. Like, what advice would we give? Pile 1, with this connection with their future spouse or current spouse. Like, what advice does pile 1 need to hear today? Let's get a couple of cards. Okay. Let's get one or two more. Okay, perfect. Emotions and energy are in motion. Card number 18. Ooh, 18 is moon energy. Really sensing that a little bit. Where Moon? Oh my God. As Moon, look at Moony. I love you, Mama. Hang on. Okay. I think Moon is like, Mama, you've been at it for a while. But it feels like moon energy, like this, you and this person might have gone through it. You might be headed toward your future spouse. It's not going to be a smooth right away, but I do feel like you and this person are going to get there, because I am feeling peace. I am feeling that beautiful lifestyle once you and this person finally align, or when you meet this person. But this person is in their head a lot. And I do feel like there's a lot of energy. We got the snake. What is this? Wings? I feel like this is a beautiful symbol. It's very symbolic. And again, emotions. Deep emotions. I'm sent. Crown activation. Ooh, spiritual energy. Here we go. This is also card number 11, which could represent justice. With the Judgment coming up in reverse, I feel like justice also could imply a marriage. That feels like a legal term. But this person or you might want justice in this relationship as well. I do feel like you and this person are activating each other in some spiritual way. Fill up your cup. Beautiful. This feels like the Ace of Cups. And again, this is advice for you too. So I do feel like if you sense yourself falling deep with this person, i.e. in love, I assume you're going to be in love with your spouse, your future or current spouse, or the one, But don't forget to always fill your own cup up. I think Spirit is reminding you, like, look at the blossoming of these flowers in this cup. Like, plus, I do feel like this is representing the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful new beginning, fresh start, and obviously Cups energy, you know, love, passion. I'm sensing spiritual. I'm sensing this is going to be huge. Okay. This person, wow. Wow. I'm feeling such powerful energy from this pile. And you know what? This is where we're going to leave it today. It's wow, what a journey we've been on. It's I don't know how long exactly, but I feel like it's definitely over a half hour. Um that being said, pile 1. If you know who this person is, let me know in the comments. I hope, you know, again, this is always your choice. So if this energy is not, you're not vibing with this type of energy, you don't have to marry this person. Don't let this reading like, you know, tell you what to do. And I know you're smart, obviously, or else you wouldn't have found this channel. So, because you're my soul tribe pile 1. So that being said, I hope that this resonated. I hope you liked it. Let me know. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose, we have a few ways you could have chosen, but if you chose the brown apricot, agate stone, heart stone, or if you chose the stained glass tarot, which we'll get to in a bit. And of course, if you chose the beaver. Card number 27, and it says work, then this is your reading, pile 2. So thank you for being here. So we're going to get right into it. I already pre-shuffled and channeled messages with Spirit. I haven't looked at them. And if I did see glimpses, I don't even remember. So I'm excited to see what you have. So we're just going to lay it all out. So we have the beaver, of course, which was your selector card. Blossoms of Wisdom. We have, oh my God, we have the clover. So luck, simplicity. This came out in another reading I just did. Okay. When I'm filming, for those of you that are watching this, when I'm uploading, we are still in March. Spring. Interesting. Okay. So, Transformation, Rumi of Persia. This hasn't come out in a while. Card number 40. And this is the Time Traveler's Oracle. I had to spread things out because we have a lot going on here. Pile 2. Okay, the Ancient Stones, Boundary Stones, Negotiations, Contracts, Communication. Interesting. Spiritual Maturity. This is the True Love Oracle. Romance Angels. We have this is definitely connecting finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, this is the Place Oracle, and okay, we have Church coming up. Spiritual Sanctuary, Sacred Architecture. Interesting, because the beaver came up. And we'll talk about it soon. Okay. Let's spread these out a little bit. Our last card is Time and tomorrow. Okay. There might be something coming in soon. But wow, interesting energy. So we are not going to kind of go in order. I'm just going to see what messages that Spirit is kind of giving, and I'm just going to relay as many messages as I can as I get them. But I do want to start with the beaver because there's a lot to talk about. Now, again, if this was not why you chose this pile, beaver is still the energy that is surrounding this reading. And we have work. Card number 27. Now, for those of you that know anything about beavers, you know, busy as a beaver, you know, beavers are very they're known to be hard workers. They're actually like the engineers in the natural world. I would say that they could really build some things. They work really hard. They also, I don't know if you know this, but they could submerge in water. So there's an element of water with the beaver. Obviously, the beaver dam, if you think about it. But they could submerge for like 15 minutes if they are in danger. I believe I read somewhere. But they usually don't. They usually only stay maybe underwater for a few minutes because, again, they are always working. So I feel like this person, who is the one for you? Your future or even your current spouse. You might already know this person, or this might be a person you've never met before. But for some of you, you might work with this person, or you might meet them in some type of business function. And again, this might not be for everyone, but you might have resonated with the term work. So that might resonate with some of you. I do think also that this could be one of the challenges that might exist in this relationship because, again, just as a disclaimer, yes, we know that this is your person. This is the one for you. Okay? That's the energy I'm trying to pull. That's the intention. So, knowing that, we do know that relationships aren't perfect. And I feel like maybe the energy of one of the challenges that you and your person are going to be kind of dealing with is, I want to say, I'm feeling a few things. I'm getting a few messages. One, time, the balance of time, energy or time as currency. One or both of you might be really hard workers. You might have long hours. And again, depending on your profession or this person's profession, and you might have multiple professions, for example, as well, or many responsibilities that could interfere with, especially because finances and career came out, which, again, I did not choose these cards myself. This is Spirit. And if Spirit provided this card, knowing that, again, the only card I really looked at was the animal card because I was using it as a selector. So knowing that Spirit provided this card, so I think Spirit is emphasizing that something about work or career or and it could also be finances. The idea that finances may or may not be a struggle. So if it's not like time, working too much, working long hours, work trips, things like that are interfering with you and your person, your future spouse. One of you might be really busy, or both of you, but it could also mean that, there's a lot of things that you are getting past when it comes to finances. You and this person could also, I'm sensing that you two will be building up a savings account. I don't know why that's coming to me, but because the beaver energy is known to be builders, engineers, architects, I do feel like the energy that's coming from this, you and your future or current spouse, is you two are building an empire or working on finances. And I think that even though it's going to give you some challenges, the two of you are going to be able to get through it. Luck came out. So I think, like, no matter what, even if there are some issues with finances, or you ever have those moments in your marriage or in this connection, even if, again, I'm using the terminology of spouse, but even if you don't marry this person is the one that you will be with. So I do feel like you two will have like maybe a shared, I don't think you're going to share everything. You might have like one shared account where you both balance, put in, and they match what you put in. And that's what you guys use for, like, paying bills and mortgage and stuff like that. So that's the first thing. I mean, we couldn't ignore it. Work and the beaver. And again, the beaver is also known as like a, not like, okay, I know this is going to sound weird, but this is the energy I am getting. Yes, they are hard workers and they usually kind of keep their head down and do their business. Um, but they also have kindness. They also are very sweet natured. They are considered a rodent. How do I know so much about a beaver? You're probably wondering. I did look through. I had to because I just wanted to make sure. Of course, I know what a beaver is, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't leave any details out in your reading, and it's making sense with the connection. I also feel like the beaver is also known to have big teeth. So, maybe one of you is a dentist. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. Or share in like, that type of, it could be a facial feature as well. You or this person could have like, bigger frontal teeth. But again, that might not be for everyone. I'm also getting that this person might be a dancer or knows how to dance, likes to dance. Almost like when they are ready to cut loose and have fun, they know how to do that too. That idea of, I wouldn't say work hard, play hard, but work hard and play as much as they can because they got to get back to work type of energy. Like just with this card of these people dancing, I am sensing a wedding reception. Now, take that as it resonates. I'm not sure, but the image of a reception is coming to mind. But it could also be like your person could cut out on the dance floor. Like they know how to move. They will make the night fun. If you have to go like to a family function and there's a little bit of dancing, or you go to a party, like I feel like, or it could also be you. They might want to watch or take it as it resonates. These are just the messages I'm getting. But they might like watching you move, especially if you are like, I don't sense you or this person don't wear, I feel like you're wearing like maybe the type of style that they wear is very form. It feels like the energy I'm getting is they like your form because I'm seeing curves, I'm seeing movement. You might like give them strip teases or vice versa. That might be like something you two like doing. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. That just came to me. Um, now, I do feel like you and this person are, spiritual people. Spiritual maturity came out, and it's not going to come out for nothing. So I do feel like you or this person are walking that path, as many of us are nowadays, to whatever degree. Again, the spectrum of your spiritual path. Some of us might be going through an awakening. You might have gone through multiple awakenings. It really depends on your journey. But I do feel like you two share in that spiritual, especially with church coming up, which is also really interesting because I didn't even realize the connection when I was laying out the cards because I was so focused with this card coming up with work. But yeah, and again, you could be religious. We have church here. It could be a mosque. It could be a temple, whatever religious, whatever religion you identify with. And some of you might be more spiritual, though. You might not identify with one specific religion, even if you were raised with one specific religion. You might be, it could just mean spiritual church. Okay. So again, take it as it fits. However, some of you might literally be religious. And again, if you're watching this during when I post, just from the or Christian, I should say. I was raised Catholic, but just from the Christianity point of view, this is Easter. We are in Lent. And also, I think for Muslims, are we still? Yeah, I think Eid is later on. Actually, I think it's this weekend, if I remember correctly. I'm looking at my calendar and it's kind of far, but it looks like that it's probably Sunday. Now, again, take it as it resonates. If you are reading this at a later time, and this is a timeless reading, so that was time sensitive information. So if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. I also, oh my God, I just realized this. Oh my goodness, pile two. We are using the stained glass tarot and we see a stained glass. You know, usually when I think of stained glass, it does come when I think of church, especially because I was raised Catholic. I had to go to CCD, I had to go to Sunday school, and I had to go to church every Sunday with my family. That being said, am I religious now? No, I am and I am not. Sometimes I, do religious things, and sometimes I do need to go into church or temple. Or my mom is a different religion. I am mixed, so I was also open to another religion growing up. So now I'm spiritual. So again, take this as it resonates. But I do feel like you and your future spouse are on that path, and you are also like deep in it with the word maturity. Like you are not at the beginning stages of this journey. And with transformation, I feel like both of you have kind of like come to a place where you are ready to align with someone. So if this is your current spouse, that might be what you are sensing with your partner. Like this is my divine counterpart. This is the person for me. Now, if you haven't met this person, this might be, the transformation that you or this person are going through, either together or separately. It depends. It depends on the connection, but regardless, I feel like both of you will have come to the other side of that type of journey. Now, to go back to work, I wanted to mention, when I was taking the cards out, this message came and it left and now it's back again. The negotiations, contracts, communication feels again like business, and it's called boundary stones. So I feel like maybe you or this person or both of you will have those challenges of prioritizing each other over work. It could go either way or both. And again, I feel like with negotiations and contracts, you and this person are going to be capable and able to come to an agreement and plan things like, okay, make sure your schedule is open. We have a party to go to, at the end of the month, there might be some type of thing. So that's the energy I'm getting with boundary stones. Like boundaries on time is the main message I'm getting. Let me see if there's anything else. Growth, this tree, and it's coming right below transformation. So I feel like there's a lot of growth in this connection, you and your future spouse or the one. And again, this could be growth that you did separately. There is only one person here, but then we see multiple people here. So it could also be that you and this person are journeying alone, and then you meet to walk that spiritual path together once you align. And again, if you haven't met this person, that's kind of where you will be. Like this is the person that will bring that peace, that comfort. And I feel like a partnership with this person, like a solid partnership. It's not going to be too complicated. And like I said, if it is a big issue, I don't want to make light of it. as far as time when it comes to work and profession or struggles in finances, that could really kill a relationship. But I feel like with luck, with simplicity, the both of you aren't going to make it too complicated and you're going to figure it out. And it's going to be fun. I feel like you're going to be okay with being busy. And busy could be not just work. It could be you might have children together or not. You might have pets, and pets are a lot too, but it could be anything personal, professional, where both of you or one over the other. And we're going to get into the tarot to see like more details about what we are talking about here. But that could be the energy of that could be very big for another connection, but for you and your person, I feel like you two are going to, oh my God. And I'm scratching my inside of my palm and it's my right hand. Please Google it. Let me know in the comments. I forget. I'm using my phone to record or else I Google, but I forget which hand brings in money and which hand, now, if this was the hand that brings in money, that's a great sign. It could be a confirmation. If this is the hand that shells out money, that could also mean that you and this person just have a big life. You might have big bills. Or even if it's a humble life. You might have humble bills, if that makes sense, that you kind of have to figure out together. So don't freak out. Again, with the clover coming out, you're going to be okay. Like you got luck on your side. And it's going to feel simple. It's not going to be stress. And if the two of you are going through that like spiritual journey, you won't be in your head about it. You won't. You're going to figure it out. And the beaver is a hard worker. They're going to figure out the problem. They're going to solve it. Wow. Okay. Ooh, tomorrow with another tree. Interesting. Trees might be significant. I love trees. It's beautiful. The sun is coming through. That could be where the passion is. I also see green. These two cards was really and I'll get back to this card in a second, but I was feeling love. Green is the if we're thinking of the chakras, green represents the heart chakra, and we are actually using the green candle. I don't want to spill. Oh, did I just spill? Oh, thank God. Thank you, Spirit. That could have been a disaster. I've been very clumsy lately. Because there's a little bit of wax that could have easily spilled onto the cards. But the point is, a lot of heart energy. So I feel like you and your future spouse or your current spouse or the one are going to love each other. Like absolutely 100%. Like there won't be a doubt and it's going to be mutual. You're going to walk that path together. Now, tomorrow could mean many different things. It could be that you are currently already with this person. You might know who this is. This could be a current spouse or just the person you are connecting with to whatever degree where you are kind of like, wow, this energy is resonating. And let me know if it is. Now, if you haven't met someone yet or if you're single and you are just like, I wonder who this might be, or you've not met this could be a nice sign or a signifier that it might be happening soon. For some of you, I mean, as this channel is, growing a little bit, some of you might literally, and this might not be for everyone, meet someone tomorrow. Let me know. That would be cool. That would be super dope. But for the majority of you, I feel like this could just be a nice sign that it might happen soon. I think Spirit is also saying, like, for those of you that don't know this person, that you never know when it'll happen, even if it feels like so long. And trust me, I get it. I've felt that feeling just recently, like, I'm never going to meet someone that matches me. Like, I don't know, like, that, oh my God, I had a moment with you, pile two. I'm feeling it. So if you've had that thought, I just felt it. And I relate to it. You know, when you're single, sometimes you get those moments like feeling a little isolated. So trust me when I say like something about this energy feels like just be open. Be open to it. Okay? For those of you that are single. But for some of you, this could very well be someone you know. And I do feel like you guys are just going to work well together. Like, I just feel the energy that you two are going to just vibe, be able to kind of balance things out. I feel like the both of you are going to be good communicators. Maybe, would I say a beaver is a good communicator? Let me think about that for a second. As we're shuffling, because we're going to get into the tarot, I want to get into some details. All right. Communication. Let me see if yes, I do. I feel like there's going to be forward movement. It's going to, like, this feels like forward movement, but then this feels like slower movement. So again, you could have, it doesn't have to be linear, the pacing of this connection. It could be picking up speed and then slowing down. It could be picking up speed. So that's kind of like the energy I'm feeling with the beaver too. Like, they are so busy working, but then they may take a swim for 3 minutes. Like, that idea of like trying to get that fast, slow pace with the balance that we talked about earlier with energy, time, you know, putting in the time with each other. Wow, interesting. Really cool energy. I like your person for you. Pile 2, if this resonates. Like, this feels like a good, like, you guys are going to have a solid connection, a really solid relationship, a marriage. You know, you're going to, you know, feel lucky. This person might feel really lucky with you. You know? All right. Spirit. Thank you for being here. This is the first time in this reading that I am addressing spirit. And because, you know, again, we're already channeling messages together earlier for the oracle. But hi, spirit. This is a cool reading, spirit. Thank you so much for helping me connect with the energy of pile 2. So we would love to find out, why is this bent so weird? These cards bend, but this is such a cool deck though. I do love it. Oh, the devil. So let's see, spirit. Let me give it one more. And you know what? I don't even know if I cut the deck. Let me do that right now. Cutting the deck, even just growing up playing cards in Chicago, we us kids, we really loved playing spades. And a card game called Casino. Let me know if you know those. But we always had to cut the deck. And now that I am reading tarot, like, it just feels like right, you know? Okay. Let me bend it a little bit though. All right. Thank you, spirit. Got to work for it. We're working for it today. All right, spirit, what details could you give us, you know, with pile 2's person? Anything about the relationship, any detail about who this person is, that we could get, anything else about pile 2's the one for them, their future spouse or their current spouse. Thank you, spirit. I was like, nope. The Empress? What? Wow. Look at this card. Look at this beauty. This feels like a divine relationship. The Empress, she is, you know, this energy. Again, it could be she, a he, but the energy is very, feeling very fertile too. Usually empresses are depicted with pregnancy. This one isn't, but that could be something that that's on your mind. Pile 2, or you might already have children with this person, or not. And again, some of you might not take that route as far as children goes. So again, take that as it resonates. But the Empress is also beautiful, gorgeous. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of passion. The energy I'm getting is very maternal as well, where one of you or both of you will really want to cultivate a home, like a place to come home to where it's like peace, that top of the mountain place. Okay, Spirit, what other details? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Did the Emperor just come out? This is your divine counterpart. Pile 2. You met your match. But it's funny how the Emperor is in reverse. And then we got the Knight of Swords. Interesting. So this could be your person's energy with the business and the busy life. Like they might be really, this could cause conflict. They might be really struggling to even like communicate sometimes. Like, they might not have texted you back right away. Like things like that I'm sensing with the Knight of Swords. But we're going to get into it. Let's get the rest of the cards. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the messages so that we could get as many details as we can. I'm like, how much time has it been? I think we're making good time. Okay, because we are going to end eventually with some advice for you, Pile 2. But let's get into some more details. Spirit, what else could you tell us about this relationship? Pile 2's person. 7 of Wands. Boundaries. Wow. So again, I feel like something about this connection is someone is going to have to compromise. I was like, what word am I thinking of? Compromise. Someone's going to have to, or someone's going to have to be the bigger person. Take it as it resonates. But I do feel like both of you will figure out the way to get through those blocks, those defenses, with the 7 of Wands, with the boundaries. I really do feel like a lot of it has to do with, even just the idea of where this person's attention is focused on. Like that could be really what the block is in this connection. And again, Knight of Cups. I was just going to say, again, this person loves you. Like they're still going to come forward with love offers. With the Knight of Cups coming up, and again, with the Empress and the Emperor, this person thinks you are like, can I swear on YouTube? I'm going to have to Google that. Because I actually do swear a lot in my personal life. I have a potty mouth. I might not sound like I have a potty mouth, but don't estimate a Chicago kid. But yeah, I got a potty mouth. But I've been very well behaved with this channel, if I do say so myself. I haven't had any slips yet, but the point I'm trying to make is they think you are the ish. You are that person to them. And I'm feeling like they're going to be that person to you, but you're going to get annoyed with them sometimes. That's the energy, Pile 2. Sorry. Your future spouse is going to trigger you sometimes. But here's the good news. You're going to love them and be in love with them. So this is your person, All right, let's get one more. And then if we are feeling it, we could get some more details. But let's get... Oh my goodness. Justice in reverse. And this is looking kind of sideways, but also kind of in reverse. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say because I was like thinking of the messages, but the messages I'm getting is at some point in this connection, there's going to be justice being had with whatever the issue might be. whether it's finances, career, time management, prioritizing you, or the relationship, whatever that energy is, you too will get through it. There will be justice. I mean, the King of Cups is out. The Emperor is out. The Empress is out. This person is also always going to be giving you love. I'm sensing like this person is romantic. They may not be the person that is obvious romantic. Like they might be yeah, I don't think this right. But in some nights or some ways, they're going to do something where it's like, oh my gosh. And it's going to melt you. That's the energy I'm getting with the Knight of Cups. Because the Knight of Cups could really woo someone. So if this is your energy with your future spouse or your current spouse, appreciate that. Because that is something not everyone has, Sometimes that type of romance dies down, and I've been in a very long relationship, years. Okay, years. And trust me, it could leave 100%. You might just be in that stuck energy with that person, but not you and your person. You're always going to have those sweet little moments, even amongst the busy days. Okay, let's get like maybe a mini row. Wait a minute. What time is? Oh my goodness. Okay. I could do this all day. How to? This is really cool energy. And I promise once I'm able to start setting up like extensions, I'm going to go to town. All right. But let's maybe just do a couple more details then. And then we'll get into your, oh my God. I never take more than 2, but yeah, that's just too many. But I am noticing the Chariot. And I did mention earlier, fast movement. Like you and this person are going to be at the pace that works for both of you. Slow, fast. Okay. And on a cycle of that type of vibration. But it's going to keep it exciting though. I feel like it's going to keep the connection exciting. That energy of like anticipation is what I'm getting. Like I'm feeling a little bit in my sacral. Ace of Wands. Boom. That makes me so happy for you. Oh my God. And the world. You guys are going to have good intimacy. Physical, for sure. This person is going to be very pleased by you. Ace of Wands. I mean, look at that. Okay. You could read between the lines, I hope. The point I'm trying to make is you and this person are going to have a very good love connection, intimacy. You guys are going to know how to make love, but then you're going to switch it up and like go hardcore. Like that's the kind of rhythm. Fast, slow goes back to that energy. Busy, not busy. So it's going to be interesting. Your marriage. Okay. Last, we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. You two might always keep tabs on each other, though. I feel like when you two are 3 of Pentacles working together, I feel like when you two are in a separation, and I don't mean separation like where you're not communicating with them. Like you and this person are like busy. You're at work, they're at work. So, like, that's what I mean. Like, when you guys are not together, you two are going to keep tabs on each other, maybe through social media. It might not be communication. Like, it might not be a text. Again, I feel like one of your triggers is going to be that this person takes a long time to text or message or respond to you. Hi, baby. Okay. We're going to do advice, Cloudy. Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. He speaks with his eyes, Cloud. He's so intelligent, this guy. I will post something for those of you that have subscribed. Thank you so much. If you haven't and you're resonating with this, please make sure you do. I'd love for you to stick around. But anyway, I'm going to post something of Cloud Strife because he is such a cutie. All right, Spirit, but not when he's messing with the wires. I'm sorry, pile 2. I know this is a long reading, but let's get into it and then we are going to close it up. Could I have 1 or 2, Spirit? Oh my goodness. Trust the call. 44. This might be a sign. I'm looking at the sun and the sun. I don't know why. Okay. But I was trying to read it upside down, unraveling. Now, this could also be part of the transformation. And it also kind of looks like a sunrise. Wow, a lot of error in this advice card, but unraveling. Again, this could be spiritual. This, like with card number 2. Card number 2 is the high priestess. And it's moon energy, it's Pisces energy. And 4-4, that could mean something as well. But the idea of like just this connection with your person, like just unraveling into something very beautiful. And it might take some justice. You might have things to work on. One next step. Wow. It's time to shine. And that's the transformation energy I am sensing. I feel like Spirit is saying, just take it step by step. If you know this person, or if you're already currently in a relationship or your marriage, Spirit is saying, take it step by step. Especially with this energy, like you two seem to be having not a set routine. Like everything's kind of like you have to figure out time to plan things and stick to the plan, or else like you will totally miss each other type of energy. So just take it one step at a time. Also, shine. Again, look at this tiger. Pouncing. Like, don't hyper focus on, like, again, if you are in this marriage and this is triggering sometimes to you, don't hyper focus on it. I feel like Spirit is saying, pounce on your own stuff. Go to brunch, do you, boo, and live that life. If you're the one that's like not working as much, or vice versa, like you could be very in your power in your job, but also like you could still have great days. I love my job, my day job. Like I love my job most days, except when it's stressful. So I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. If it's business related, but also if you have free time and this person is so busy, Spirit is saying, live your life. Balance yourself. And also take it one step at a time. Trust the call. So, wow. Purple energy, very spiritual color. I believe it's the crown chakra. So, wow, pile 2. I like this energy. Now, if it's not vibing with you, guess what? You don't have to marry this person. Okay. But if it resonated, if this is, comment below. Let me know. But I hope to see you next time. And bye, guys. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So we had a few ways to choose. So if you chose the Dalmatian Jasper Stone, or if you chose the AstroMatrix Tarot, which we're going to get to after the Oracle, or of course, if you chose the butterfly, then this is your reading. So we're going to get right into it. As you know, if you watch the intro, I channeled messages with Spirit earlier. I didn't really look at them, so I'm excited to see what's going on. So again, card number 28, Butterfly. And I did say in the intro, actually, what did I say? I think I said tile soul, but it's actually the soul. That makes more sense. I'm sorry, it's hard to read. It's hard to read that like little, I don't even know if you could see it. Sorry, pile two. Anyway, the soul butterfly. Okay, so we also have the blossoms of wisdom, and you received the peony. And it says abundance and elegance. Let me adjust the lighting. It's getting a little dark. Okay. So let's keep going. The time. Wow. The sun. Vitality, card number 44. I have to take a moment. I'm just feeling like just an abundance of energy right now. So this is the ancient stones. This is the volcano. It says relationships express, don't stagnate. The volcano. I've never seen this card before in this deck. True love, we have dating. Okay, interesting. Look at that. Dating. Romance angels, we have let go of control issues, and it says allow this situation to unfold naturally. Interesting. I'm getting so many messages. Government building. Interesting. I don't think I've ever got this. A lot of firsts. We have public services, administrative agencies, government building, American flag. Looks like the White House. Obviously, it looks like the White House. I've never been, so this could totally not be the White House. But it could also just be like one of those public service type of buildings. And finally, the Time Oracle, March. Wow. Now, time sensitive, if you are watching or viewing this reading during the time I'm posting, we're still in March. So that could be a sign for some of you. Okay. And we're going to get into the energy. Actually, I think I'm just going to allow some of the energy to come and the messages as opposed to going through each of these one at a time. So the first thing I'm picking up is actually, I do want to look. No, I don't. We're going to get to this. But the first thing I am picking up is dating, March. I'm sensing for a lot of you that chose this pile, this might be someone that you might be in that dating stage with someone you might know. You might be single and you might just be in that energy where you are opening yourself up, going on dates, going online, meeting people in person, actually being wooed by someone. And the energy I'm getting with who is the one for you, who is your future spouse, I feel like I feel like you're going to know when you are dating them if they are giving you some signs. And it could be as obvious as flowers. They could be romantic in nature. I'm getting the vibe that now this energy could be either way, but I'm getting the vibe that one of you, it's probably this person that's going to try to woo you, especially at the beginning stages. Now, if you've been with this person a while, this might not be your reading. If you're already married to this person, just because the dating is the signifier. And this is Spirit's messages, so I do feel like this being a signifier, that's usually going to be more emphasized. So I think the majority of you coming through, but even if you are married, this might still resonate, this reading. So really it doesn't matter. But I do feel like the energy, like if you are married, for example, you might still be dating each other and going on fun little, adventures, maybe having dinner, going out of the house, um, going to see a movie, doing things like that. So again, you could be married too. But if you aren't and you're single and you're dating, this could also be a sign that this might be coming in soon, this person. If you already know who this person is, this is also a sign that, this might be the energy that you might be picking up. And again, take it as it resonates. So let's get into this butterfly because this is the first card I wanted to start with. That was the original plan. So it's card number 28 and it says the soul butterfly. Now, I did read the guidebook. It actually was really interesting. It told a story about Psyche and Cupid, or AKA Eros. Shout out to Eros. Um, but I'm not sure how they made it fit, but I think it was the transformation of, Psyche seeing Eros for the first time and their love transforming through the challenges. Because one of the challenges that came up is Psyche betrayed his trust and turned to look at his face while he was sleeping, and he had asked her not to. There's more to the story and more details, but emphasizing that moment. So because of the betrayal of trust and again, she was like so shocked at his beauty. So your person might be very attractive. And they might be so humble about it because even in that Greek myth, Eros is very humble. He's the god of love. Cupid, he is humble in as far as like how he was with Psyche. But the idea here is she kind of had to win back his trust after she betrayed his trust. Now take man, woman, as it resonates. But the idea is the transformation, and butterflies are notorious for that symbology. So you might have been very attracted to, just the symbolism of transformation, or even just the beauty of a butterfly's wings. They come in all different sizes, all different colors. They're very attractive. They're very beautiful. So I'm sensing that this person and you are going to be very attracted to each other. They may see you as someone who is precious. Like when a butterfly lands on you, it is a pretty special moment. A lot of videos have gone viral about, what was it? I forget, like some animal. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. But some animal who, it may have been just a dog, I don't know, who had all these butterflies landing on their nose. And it was like the most precious thing. And it went viral. The idea of like a butterfly landing on you is special. So I feel like both of you are going to be like, wow, is this my person? This person is so special. Especially because the sun is here. Now the sun card, vitality, number 44, Leo energy. Also I feel like it could be clouds, but it could be the ocean. It's hard to tell. Take it as it resonates, but I feel like this sun is super vibrant. I mean, it is filling this whole card. And I feel like that's the energy you and this person have for each other. Like, I just feel like you and this person this might be a soulmate. This might be a soulmate. Oh, that's so special. Because that's the energy. It like where both of you really are super lovey-dovey with each other, really happy with each other, very joyous. This might be helping you grow too. Like when someone is meant to be for you, like they activate growth. Maybe both of you are activating growth in each other, transformation in each other. And it's almost like the rising sun, with the vitality coming up, like the energetic vibrations, like that I'm feeling and sensing, coursing through the energy of this reading. Oh my God, especially with this volcano, which I have a few messages about this, but it's like the energy is just smacked you hard in the face, almost like a cement truck. Okay. So again, if you haven't felt that and you're dating, it might be someone you haven't met yet. But if it's someone that you are currently dating, or if this is your current spouse or someone that you are connecting with, it could be past the initial dating stage. You might be with this person for years. Take the connection, as it fits. But I feel like that's the energy that you and this person have when you're with each other. And to go back to the volcano, I mean, this is very symbolic of passion, eruption, being fulfilled. Really just, you two are going to have a very solid, physical, intimate connection. But that's not the only thing that's going to bring you joy in this relationship. That is going to be such a strong point. Now, to go back to the Cupid and Psyche Greek myth that the guidebook brought up, the connection that I'm making is let go of control issues. Now, this could be you, this could be this person, but you might be, over analyzing them. You might be searching online, or they might be looking you up online, something like that, where there's a little bit of mistrust. And it could be from past energy that you or this person might be bringing in. Or if this is a committed relationship, if this is, like I said, your spouse, that you've already been in a committed relationship with, one of you or both of you might have a little bit of, it could be jealousy. That could be some of the challenge, because both of you are very passionate. Both of you are very attracted to each other, with the butterfly, with the sun, volcano. And we're going to get to this in a second, but the let go of control issue feels very, maybe like this person or you or both, like, don't want anyone, like, what's the energy? What's the energy? Like the feeling of just being triggered by jealousy, where it leads to wanting to look at the phone or what's in the email, what's in their email inbox or something like that, when it's really nothing's there. Because you might have a little mistrust, again, like from resonating with you, or this person might be bringing that energy. For those of you where this is kind of new. Now, remember, this is your future spouse. This is your person. So remember that this person is for you. Like, this feels like a very public, serious building. When this person might get married, at, what is it called? My parents got married at, let me know. I'm going completely blank. I will get back to this, but where you just don't really have a ceremony in a church. It's more like a legal thing. You go to court, right? Something like that. Let me know, guys. I'm having a brain fog moment with all this bright energy. But the point is, like, I feel like this could be one of those signs, like, of marriage. And even just like taking your, like, this person is the one for me. This is my person. So I wanted to look at peony. I never really say that word. And I know I always shop for flowers. But now that I have cats, I've had cats now. It hasn't, I got them in August, my babies, Cloud and Moon. Point I'm trying to make is I can't get flowers anymore because it's not safe. And they will eat it. They will be nosy and curious. For those of you that know my cats, you know they are troublemakers. But I always used to buy these because I love pink. Now it says abundance and elegance. The energy that I'm getting is with your passion with this person, there's a lot of sensuality. Like, I don't know why, but satin, silk, sheets, are coming to mind, like very sensual, like even though this is not a rose, but I'm like rose petals, um, red. Like I said, that's just images I have in my mind. That spirit is flashing me with. So abundance, elegance. Like I feel like you or this person might have that type of beauty or might like represent themselves in such an elegant, sophisticated, classy way that is just super attractive to you or vice versa or both. Like you just vibe with each other's physicality. Now, I'm not going to ignore soul. I mean, that resonated with me. Let's remember to go back to, let me remember to go back to the butterfly energy because it's huge. You know, to think about and look at these wildflowers, like it's like such a powerful transformation. I feel like you might be feeling, or this person might be feeling in this, this is the person for you. This is the one. So I feel like there is not going to be any doubt when it comes to like that spark, like that energy. Like I said, like this energy is so powerful. It's blinding. It's blinding. It's eruptive. And it's almost like if the energy is contained, it's going to burst. Um Let go. Let go a little bit if that is your energy, even if you're currently married and you are. Now, again, soulmates have that type. And if that label doesn't resonate, don't take it. Okay. But whatever you would label your relationship as, I feel like that could be why it's hard not to control. Like, for this person or for you. So it's understandable. Or it could be both your energies where you guys are just, pounds if someone looks at your person. Like that type of energy. Which I remember being in when I was younger, when I first started that long relationship. And how yucky. Because that means you might lack trust a little bit. Now, no marriage is perfect. Hi, baby. Cloud Strife is here. Hi, honey. He's ready for a nap, so he's just like looking for a spot. So to go back to your energy, like I feel like this might be one of the challenges. Like it could be trust. But again, this is your spouse. This is your future person. And I feel like spirit is coming in to say, let go. Enjoy it. Because guess what? It really could be the one. Especially for those of you that are in the beginning stages. Like if it really was legit, you are dating someone and it's pretty fairly new. First couple of months, maybe. And you're like, am I getting my hopes up? Let go. Let go. Don't go too deep. Now, March, like that's also what feels like you might be currently dating this person. But again, it might not fit. That connection might not fit for everyone. So even if you are currently married, this could also be just current energy because time sensitive when I am releasing this. I already mentioned it. It's March. But this could also represent like a year from now. It could also represent spring energy. So take it as it fits. And we are entering the beginning of spring at the time, obviously, with March. No, I would say we are a third way in. No, sorry, because technically, I think it was the 21st when spring was official. So yeah, we just started. So the point is this could be very like current energy. Now, this could also be like if you're completely single, that this is a sign that, maybe start dating because you might be bringing someone in that is going to bring you this transformation, this energy. Okay, this potential commitment. Now, this could also be literal. You or this person could work for the government. Um, American flag could resonate with some of you. I also feel like a library. I don't know. That came to mind. Also, just a mansion. This might resonate. Just the image of this big house might just resonate. Administrative. Some of you might be administrators, business, executive. Um, Also, public services. This could be a sign that you meet this person in public. At like when you first start dating this person, you might run into them. Your cute meet. Is that what it's called? Cute meet? Yeah, I think. I don't know. But your story of how you first meet someone is could be like you run into them randomly, publicly. So I'm getting a lot of messages with that. Wow. Okay. So this feels very fire energy. I'm curious to see like what and fire energy now this doesn't necessarily mean that you are like your person is Aries, Sagittarius or Leo. It could also just be that energy of passion, of of really solid, deep attraction, like magnetic. And it's causing, like I said earlier, it's causing a lot of growth and transformation that you might already be sensing, especially if you are in a current energy of being with this person or being open to someone. All right, Spirit. Hi, Spirit. It's the first time, Spirit, we are talking in this reading, but what? Interesting, powerful energy. And what other details could we get, Spirit? Like what other details? Who is the one for pile 3? Who is the one for pile 3? Who is their future spouse or current spouse? What other details about this person? Temperance. Ooh. This could be, and whether it's upside down or it was kind of falling sideways, but I feel like it's the energy of like balancing the fire because it's about to erupt. Like it's like almost feeling like right now it's feeling contained. So even if you are in a marriage and this person is like on a business trip or just busy, like you might be planning date night and ooh, I'm excited for you. Your marriage already sounds amazing. Now, for those of you that are with your future spouse at the beginning stages with him or her, you will feel like you have to take breaths. You have to take moments. Okay. I don't know why, as I was reading that energy, I started shuffling and then I realized I didn't cut the deck. But nonetheless, Temperance wanted to come out. So let's get another detail, Spirit. What else? Wow. Fire energy, passion. It's blinding. I need sunglasses. This person might wear sunglasses a lot. Or you. One or both of you might like name brands. Also, for some reason, pirate came to mind. For some reason, when I looked at this butterfly, the actual woman, the female, she just looks like a pirate. That might resonate with someone. It might be a message from spirit to someone specific. Anyway, okay, spirit, what other details? Let's move on. Okay. Whoa. Fulfillment. 9 of Cups. Yes. Yes. I mean, I know even in the other 2 readings, there was passion just across the board, which I am so happy for the collective, because you shouldn't be with someone if there's no passion. Like that's, but 9 of Cups with all this fire energy, like both of you are going to feel so satisfied. And not just physically. Like I really do feel like the sun energy, aside from the passion and the Leo energy, it could also just mean happiness. Like just feeling really good and joyful. Wow. Look at Judgment coming up at the bottom right now. It looks like fire, a phoenix, which could also represent transformation, beginning again. So that could resonate with some of you if you and this person like might be rocky at the beginning. This might be a sign like, yeah, this is still your person. Don't overthink it. Don't control it, because if it is your person, then it's gonna happen. I also feel like with Judgment just being here right now, like this just feels very like both of you, just because it's upright, and I'm sensing that this is like energy that both of you are gonna feel or are feeling, is the energy of like just really having that growth. I almost feel like both of you might have come out of something where this type of control energy is kind of being alchemized into something healthier. And like both of you are making that judgment call, like, okay, maybe I could trust this person. And I feel like that issue, that challenge I was sensing at the beginning is going to temper itself. Temperance is here. It's going to balance. Okay, wow, that message had to come out. All right, let's get another detail. Spirit, who is pile 3's future spouse? And other details. Such exciting energy. Like this feels like I said, a soulmate. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, there's so many ways, but the energy I'm getting, like the first thing I felt when this fell right, or when I saw it, is the energy of like you and this person will never feel left out in the cold again. Like you both might have, you or this person, because if you don't resonate, if your energy doesn't resonate with what I'm about to say, then this could be your person's energy. But if it resonates with you, I feel like it's mirrored. But the idea of like whatever past experiences you've had, even with dating, like having like those connections that might have lasted 2 months, 3 months, a year, but it never really got anywhere, which could have started a degree of some type of trust, some type of control. Like, I feel like you and your future spouse, like your person, are going to transmute that energy with this butterfly energy. Like, that's the change. That is the challenge, and that's the growth, and that's the fulfillment that's going to take place with you and this person as this change, like that lack of confidence, that lack of security. As the Queen of Wands, when they're upright, it has. So I feel like that energy is going to dissipate for both of you or for one of you. Let's get another. Ooh. Look at how I feel very passionate even as I'm communicating. Wow. Death, right over control issues. Card number 13. This is Mars energy. I'm starting to I love moonology science. I'm trying to get more into that. So I'm starting to look more into the energy of planets. So stay tuned. But I'm getting of course, Mars energy, most of us know that Mars energy is, like that Scorpio energy, that like quick, hard energy, aggressive energy sometimes too, which death brings an end, a change, which then, of course, something begins again or something is transformed. Wow. So let's get a few more details. Star in reverse. Now, this could mean a lot of things. With the control issues, the jealousy, like this could be sometimes where you might doubt. It might hurt you might put this person on a pedestal, or this person might put you on a pedestal, is the energy that I'm receiving right now, where you might feel like you might lose this person. And that's the energy you have when you want to control it. Because if you know you're never going to lose this person, which guess what? This is your future spouse. So if you start feeling that energy like you're going to lose this person, know that's where the control is the message that I felt needed to come out. Because again, you won't. You don't have to hang on so tight. You don't have to look to see what they are liking or posting. Trust them. Trust their life experience. Okay. Or vice versa. Sorry, if I'm lecturing you, this could also be this person that's evolving through this. So if you sense that this person, your spouse, if it's current, or if you are single and you're dating, you might sense this person feeling a little bit like attached to you, but you also might match that energy, but you're still going to have a moment sometimes where you feel like they are attached to you, where they might want to be controlling and they might be snooping, and I'm not getting yucky energy. Oh, look at that. 4 of Wands. I'm not getting yucky energy with that at all. I think it's very innocent. Like it could just be like they get jealous if you are flirting, or vice versa. That might be you. And that could also be both of your energy. But remember, this is union. 4 of Wands shows up, okay? This is your person. So you don't, or they don't have to control it. So again, I feel like, each reading today had some sort of challenge energy. And I just feel like this is the energy that you might be challenging yourself to transform in, or vice versa, or both, with the butterfly. And it will come to an end. This reading, if you came across this, if you're new here, like this could be your sign, Okay. Any other details for it before we get into the advice? Let's get maybe like 3 more. I really just want to keep digging. What else, Spirit? Who is the one, the power 3? What else could we get? Ooh, I knew it. the devil is showing up. So, but it's in reverse. So I feel like that's where the addictive, that's the feeling, addictiveness. Like really just both of you being attached. Your attachment style might be very similar, or one of you might be more aloof, where the other person feels like they have to hold on. That might be the energy. And with the devil coming in reverse, I feel like that's the release. I also feel like, both of you are going to transform whatever shadows. I feel like both of you are going through the soul. The soul is the butterfly. And the soul when you become conscious, that means you see your shadows. You are aware of your thoughts. You notice what comes out of your mouth. You notice your effect on people, the world. You notice everything, almost like a bird's eye view, and you are the noticer of your own thoughts. That's the soul. So then your soul is evolving, is transforming the more conscious you get. So I don't know, the energy that I'm picking up right now is both of you or one of you is really working toward like developing their own sense of consciousness, peace. And that really does come from soul work. Now, it could also be psychology. Like you might, you or this person might have to heal your mind, and that could take a psychologist, a therapist, a professional in that world. So that could also be you or this person seeing therapy or getting that support for your mind patterns. And again, because when you are at peace, that's when the sun shines. So I feel like you and this person are going to see that exciting change. Or you might be feeling it within you. Like this person might activate that for you, which might be your sign. Like, is this the person? Okay, let's get, okay. Whoa. Ooh, 38. That's my number. I think it's 38. I think I need readers. I didn't know it was the soul. I thought it was tile soul because I didn't see like the hyphen. And now I can't tell because on my phone, there's a countdown, but it's so tiny. And I have 20/20 vision. I've never had glasses. I've never had to wear contacts. I've been blessed. Hearing, it's about to go. Memory, but something about, okay, now I'm rambling like an old woman, so let's move on. All right, let's get one more detail, and then we are going to get the advice. Sorry. Okay, it's just really good energy. All right, let's see. Spirit, what else? Wow, a lot of work. Wow, oh my God. Ace of Wands. Was it the Ace of Wands? Yes. Ended also pile number 2. Passion. Look at this. I mean, that's the feeling I'm getting with this card. Ace of Wands. Both of you will be, if you are wondering about this person, like, are you taking a risk? With the full energy in reverse coming up as the last. Sorry, bottom of the deck. I'm so excited to say the message. But I feel like you might be feeling, which might be where the control, like where everything it is that we've been talking about, the challenge of this is that are you diving in without thinking? And you could be, always use discernment. especially if you're in the dating process. But your person is going to bring you that comfort, that safety. You and this person are going to grow together. You're going to have that beautiful, like passionate start with, and I feel like creative energy. I feel like you and this person, uh, um, will be vibing in very unique ways, is the energy I'm getting. Okay. Whoa. Hot, hot, hot. And that's why I mentioned soulmate, because soulmates could be very passionate and very aligned. And I feel like that's the energy, balanced. Soul. I mean, again, like when you are operating at soul level with someone, that could really be so fulfilling and so like special, so magnifying, like in your heart space with the Nine of Cups here. Like that's the energy, like with the sun. Like you will know when you are in this energy. That's the message I'm getting. But let's cut the deck for you, pile 3. Now, as we are nearing the end, let's get some advice for you, for this person, or any other details, Spirit. Who is this future person, or any advice, anything that you want to share with us as we end? Oh, we're going to take it. We're going to go with it. So, gratitude, oh my goodness, for the past, judgment. And this is the energy, like both of you or them are going to be able to solidify the past. What am I trying to say? Reconcile their past, or you will as well. But I feel like it's both, just because it's butterfly energy. And that is such a transformative energy. Oh, I thought it was 2, but it's 3. Perfect. Because there was a flash where I was like, should I get one more? Okay. You are brilliant, Peacock. Oh my God. Pile 3. You must be so attractive, and your person might be very hot, attractive, sexy. You might be a babe in their eyes. Like, whoa. And brilliant, like even just the word brilliant matches our sun. Like that's been the consistent energy I've been feeling. So I feel like that's going to be your sign. Now, I don't want to like encourage you to go all in the minute you feel this energy. Obviously, always use discernment with yourself, with your body, with your soul. But for those of you that haven't met this person yet, that's the advice I would give you. But if this is your current spouse, or if you've been in this connection for a while, you are so lucky. I'm a little jelly. The power of silence. Ooh, 3. The Empress energy. Oh, wow. But let's talk about the actual message. This could mean advice for you. Like silence it, temper it, slow down, pace yourself, because you still want to make sure, even though this person is the one, even though this person is the one for you. Oh my God, spacious mind and soul. Whoa, Spirit. I feel like this is going to be an abundant reading. Oh man. Okay, spacious mind and soul. That's the energy. Like silence. Spirit is saying the big message. Spirit is like wanting me to remind you, almost like shake you, is yes, when you are feeling this energy, temper it. Remember that your happiness will always come from within, from soul. And you know that because you picked this pile. So remember to always check in with yourself, clear your mind, stay present. Even with this erupting energy, this volcanic energy, Okay. With gratitude for the past, this could also be the energy that I was mentioning earlier with, with this control, with the jealousy, whether it's you or this person or both. Just be grateful that you've learned those lessons, that the bad news bearer, that person that hurt you, that you couldn't trust, they're gone. And be grateful that you could see the value in this person because they're allowing you to transform that energy as well. But also in that sense of making that judgment call that you could still like be okay with forgiving the past, to allow yourself to move on. I felt like some of you needed to hear that. Okay. Wow, pile three. Oh my God. I would keep going. This is giving me good energy. I mean, I'm like hot. Like, ooh. Okay. So you're very blessed. I'm going to say that, pile three. If this resonates, though, for real, for real, for real, if this resonates, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.